So y'all ready to see the crib? Huh? Y'all ready to see the crib? Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This thing up. Yeah. 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 Crib, baby. And then all of that opens up. You know what I'm saying? All of that is all screened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. It's my little workout place. I got sand all in those bags. You know what I'm saying? Got resistance bands, all of that stuff for my workout. And I work out in here because it's, you know, it's just that big. Yeah. Let's go over here. Let's go over here, man. Stove, microwave, which I don't use. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat out. We don't eat out. We cook at home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all seen this already. All of the food I got. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we cook at home. Comes out cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, got dinner being prepared. This ain't nothing but the laundry room. You know what I'm saying? And this house is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. So everybody has a room. You know what I'm saying? My children in that room. You know, this is my son's room right here. They got air conditioning. That's the bathroom. There's nothing spectacular about this bathroom. You know what I mean? Nothing too much spectacular about this one. This one over here, though, you know, where my daughter's room is at. It's my daughter's room right here. This one right here, though. This one right here, though. I wish this was my bathroom. This one right here, though. This one right here, though. This one right here, though. Word is bond. This one right here, though. Yeah. Now we talking. I'm gonna take y'all to, you know, my room. Then we gonna end this tour. I'm saying it's nice and crispy in here. I keep it dark. You know what I'm saying? It's mad hot. This is the room right here. I'll show you my bathroom. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing spectacular, man. It ain't like the other bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's the crib right here. We'll be here for a couple months. You know? Couple months. I'll show you how it lights. You know, I'll show you the lights and everything though. That's how I light up like that. You know. And this house is brand new. Like we took the plastic off of everything. So we walking into a brand new house. Alright, yo, what's happening? What's going on? At the end of this video, I'm gonna, you know, cook you all some dinner, let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, like what I made, and I'll fix y'all a plate, you know what I'm saying, because I know some of you all, man, might have had smelled, you know, and I know you like, man, what are you talking about? I can't even smell, but anyway, I'm gonna fix you all a plate. You more than welcome to have dinner with me towards the end of the video, of course. Let's get down to business right now. A lot of people are wondering, yo, man, how you maintain down there? You know what I'm saying? What you doing, you know, to do what you doing? Because I want to be able to live out of the country like you, man. I'm sick and tired of America. I'm fed up, man. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally, physically, and spiritually exhausted. And I can see what it's doing to you inside and out. And I want a piece of that. I want to be healthy. I want to wake up in the morning and work out and go to the beach and not have to worry about being on any man's, time schedule, or time period. I want that life, man. And I get it. I get it, because at one point in time, I used to be like that too. I would look at the expats and the passport bros, and I wouldn't comment or nothing like that. I would just say in my mind, man, I'm trying to figure out how they do it. Because it seems as though that whatever they're doing is easy to do, that anyone can do it. And some people, they reveal some of the things that they do, but for the most part, it's like everything is like in secrecy. You know what I mean? But today, I'm going to let you know how I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? How I'm maintaining. And some of you all, it may be a little bit risque because you're so used to being robotic in life. You know what I'm saying? Working a 9 to 5, paying bills, you know what I'm saying? And just staying within that box. See, this journey is going to require for you to think outside of the box. This journey is going to require for you to focus and believe in yourself. So some of you all have been riding the dependent train for so long, to the point where when I'm talking about being independent and having faith and belief and trust in yourself, that shit sounds awkward. And I get it. So before I begin, I want to let you know that you have to have some type of source of income. We already got that established, right? And for that, I can't really help you out with that, because some things that I do, you may not want to do, or you're incapable of doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an example, I'm a physical trainer. I'm a personal trainer. If you're not in shape, if you're not capable of working out with the person that you're training, or you don't know how to train a person, then that wouldn't be something that I would recommend for you to do as a source of income. But just know you have to have some type of income coming in. We all know that, right? And what is money? And money is not something that typically people would think of it being, which is a tool, a resource. That's what it is. It's a tool and a resource that's going to help you get closer and closer to your goal. That's it. That's how you're supposed to think about money when you think about money, right? So we got that established. You have to have a form of a source of income. Now, the next things are what we need to really focus on. And it's 3 key essential things. And I know some of you all are going to be like, man, he sound like these people that's on YouTube that's trying to sell you something and da-da-da-da-da. You can get this plan and this. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to tell you what I did, how I'm able to maintain what I'm doing right now, how I'm able to live in the house that you saw in the very beginning of this video. All right? The first thing is you have to believe and have faith in yourself. The second thing is you have to have determination. Straight up. That there are going to be obstacles that's going to get in your way, in way of you leaving the States. And then when you get to the country that you want to live in, or you temporarily or permanently, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be obstacles there that you have to understand that regardless where you live on this planet, you're always going to be faced with adversities. That there's no such place as a heaven where everything goes your way. Straight up, take it from me. My life is not perfect. You think that I'm not going through some things here? I am. Straight up, it's hard to adjust to another person's country and the way that they do things. So you're going to go through some things, but if you have that strong determination to succeed, to accomplish your goals, then you don't have nothing to worry about, anything to worry about. Third, Last but not least, doesn't make a difference how much money you have. I'm going to say it like this. You can have all the money in the world, right? You can save $1 million and move to another country. And it's two things. Let me say two things. My fault. So it's actually four, but these two things right here, I think they relate. They relate to one another. They correlate. Discipline, and you have to budget. Straight up. If you don't have determination, faith and belief in yourself, practice discipline and budget, you're never going to get here. You'll never be in the situation that I'm in. Straight up. The house that I'm in, straight up. It's like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, it's a little bit above our budget. But then I'm saying to myself, okay, well, I don't need transportation because the fruit/vegetable man comes every Wednesday and Saturday to the house. And we just pay him with the currency, that they use here. So I don't need transportation. If worse come to worse, if I need to go to a store, right? They got a store that's walking distance from the left, going left, or going the opposite way. They got stores going down one street, and then they got stores going down the other street. It may take a couple of minutes, but man, shit, I used to live in New York. So that's all we used to do is walk. And then another thing is, what you going to do as entertainment? Well, shit, there's things that we can do here in the houses, and then it's a beach within walking distance, 5 to 10 minutes away. And my family loves the beach. So when looking at the amount that I had to pay for the house that I'm living in right now, it all panned out. Because it would, if I were to rent a car, it would have cost me money. And I would need gas. And you have to have insurance here. So you got to pay for that while in the process of paying for the rental. And you have to use their car insurance. That money right there where I didn't need to pay for transportation freed up some money. So I took that money and moved it over to the money that I needed in order to pay for the house that I'm in per month. And believe it or not, if I was living in the States, I would be paying the same amount. Straight up. I will be paying the same amount of rent that I'm paying here than living in the States. Same amount. No difference. But there's a difference. I got a beach. You know what I'm saying? In this particular house I went through Airbnb. And some people may say, well, shit, I knew he wasn't owning shit and this and that and so forth. See, this is the problem. See, watch this. Don't listen to none of these dumbass niggas, man. For real, this is my word. Don't listen to none of them. You know how many fucking Caucasian people come down and use Airbnb? Airbnb, first and foremost, Airbnb is not cheap. That's the first thing. The second thing is, it is unwise for you to come down here and buy a property and not know nothing about where you're living at, nothing about the country that you're living in or the property that you bought. That property may be a bad investment. You want to know why? Because it may flood. That house may flood. Or in that area, the Wi-Fi is bad. Or in that area, the lights go out every 5 minutes. So what you want to do is when you move to another country, you want to live in an Airbnb or live somewhere. I would say Airbnb because it's solid. You understand? If anything happens or whatever have you, you're covered. Straight up. Now, you can rent from the locals, but they run people. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but they're people that run scams. Airbnb is a legitimate business, a legitimate American business. And if you have a problem with where you stay at or whatever have you're covered through Airbnb. You communicate with them. If the owner of the property that you're renting from doesn't communicate or don't want to do anything, want to fix the problem, whatever. See, the advantages towards Airbnbs are fucking amazing. You don't have a water bill. You don't have a light bill. It's one flat fee. And see, with me, people love me. You want to know why? Because I don't live in Airbnbs for 5 days, 10 days, 3 days, or 2 days, or something like that. I'll tell the person, like, yo, I'm interested in the property that you have listed. And I try to, what is it, levy or I forgot how they put it, but you know, I deal with them. I cut a deal like, yo, man, let me, I'm gonna say this, like, yo, seriously, I'm not trying to stay in your house or whatever for like 3 days or 4 days. I want to stay there like anywhere between 3 to 6 months. And I have the money to give it to you right now, available if we cut this deal. And then they'll be like, well, you know, it's such and such and such. And then I'll be like, that's a little too, you know, that's a little steep. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk it over with my wife and this and that, so forth. And we'll get back with you. And then I'll come back and I say, hey, my wife and I, we decided to give you this offer. You know, this is, you could take it or leave it. I mean, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely we like the place and want to stay there for at least about no less than 3-4 months. It may be $1,000 cheaper, and they looking like, okay, but I'm getting all of this money up front, this and that, so forth. Deal. Straight up. So now I'm staying in the area. I don't have no water bill. I don't have no light bill. I can't be evicted because it's paid. I got months already paid for. I got, as you can see, my cabinets is stacked full of grains. I got bags of brown rice. I have bags of fucking quinoa. I have bags of wild rice. Excuse me. Brown rice, wild rice, quinoa. I got bags of corn flour. I got all my seasonings, garlic salt, onion powder, olive oil, coconut oil. I'm stacked up to the T. I got free Wi-Fi. The place that I'm living in, I don't have to worry about the lights going out because they haven't gone out yet. The water's accessible. There's some places where you can rent a place out or whatever, no matter whether it's an Airbnb or not, and the water's bad. Places like in Mexico. So I'm straight. And now I have the freedom to now roam about and do my research and take my time to find out that right area that I want to live in. If I want to invest, if I want to permanently stay in the country that I'm in right now. If I don't, when my Airbnb is up, the time is up, I'm bouncing. I can either say, A, I'm going to live in this particular area. I'm going to move over here to this side of the country and see how this is. Or B, I'm going to bounce and go to another place. Life is short. So what you want to do? You want to sit on the same fucking couch, do the same bullshit, the same mundane shit that you've been doing as prices of gas and food going up? How the fuck you gonna be able to celebrate 4th of July if you can't even put nothing on the fucking grill because it costs too much? The charcoal costs too much. The steak costs too much. All this shit is costly. You find yourself running in that gerbil world every day, accomplishing nothing. All you doing is paying bills. Don't listen to these people. I should have put number 5 on the list is so we went down. Let's go through the 4 again. Is determination. It's discipline, it's budgeting, and last but not least, not in particular order, is having faith and belief in yourself. The last one is don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. People will say, man, what he's doing is crazy. He taking his family, moving this place and that place, and there's no stability in that. Where the fuck is the stability in the United States? Where people are losing jobs like crazy. It's hundreds of jobs being lost. Where's the stability in that? Where's the stability? Then they say, well, what if you got hurt? You ain't got no health care. You this and that, so forth. You wasn't concerned about that shit when I was living in the United States. You wasn't concerned about my family when I was living in the United States. Why are you concerned now? Straight up. And the healthcare system, let me tell you something. Outside of America is way more better. But let's just say it sucks. Well, shit, am I better off living in the country that I'm living in or living in America? Will black women walk in a melanin recessive hospital, melanin recessive operated hospital, where the majority of the doctors and nurses are melanin recessive. A pregnant black woman walks in and then has the baby, and somehow, somewhere, there's some malpractice, and the black woman never walks out because the black woman dies. Or what about all of the times where these people are bitching and complaining about their health care plan and shit, their health insurance? Well, yeah, the health insurance covers the surgery, but doesn't cover the medicine, their medication, their prescription. I could go on about the healthcare system. Get the fuck out of here. You want to talk about the public school system too? Well, shit, how's this kids being educated? Homeschool. Homeschool, motherfucker. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be responsible for your own children. That's real talk. Most of you all are dropping your children off in the public school system. And that's where these children learn how to smoke weed, being promiscuous. You motherfucker, I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all act like this shit ain't going on. Y'all act like your daughters and shit ain't behind the school stairs giving blowjob to motherfucking Tyrone. I wonder how she learned that shit. Where'd she get that shit from? If you didn't teach her. Fucking school shootings. Motherfuckers getting shots, mass shootings, niggas getting shot up in clubs and shit like that. You want to live like that? You want to live when your life is on the edge and you don't have to? So the only peace of mind that you get is when you turn on YouTube and you're living through me. You don't have to live through me anymore. I thank you all, the ones that tell me all the time, man, I'm so proud of you, man. You got out of the matrix and this and that, so forth and blah, blah, blah. I thank you. But you don't have to stay. You could be right along with me. I just gave you the formula. You could be living in houses and living up in the mountains and going to the beach and doing all that shit that I do. I just gave you the formula. There's 5 things that you need to follow. Discipline, budgeting, a budget, having a budget, having faith and belief in yourself, determination, and never listen to the naysayers, whether it's your family or your friends. Real talk. You know how many people have contacted me, whether it's family and friends, are telling me, man, well, shit, man, I don't think you should have did this. And what about the children? And da-da-da-da-da. And you know what I tell these motherfuckers for real? You didn't have any of those concerns about my family and I when I moved to Atlanta, when I moved to Charlotte, when I moved to Raleigh. You weren't concerned then, so why are you concerned now? I had a family member DM me not too long ago talking about some, man, I don't know what to believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really mad at you. What is you saying? What are you talking about? You can't be mad at me or whatever. Even if you were mad, who gives a fuck? Nobody has never put money in my hands in order to help me move out of the country. So I don't owe anybody shit. And if my family members and friends look at my move as me trying to show off and outdo them, then you ain't got a problem with me. You got a problem with that man or that woman in the mirror. The person that you stare at every morning when you get up with your stinking ass fucking breath as you brushing your funky ass teeth. You need to brush your fucking tongue too. Matter of fact, I'm going to take it a little further. You got halitosis because the bullshit that you eat, your body hasn't properly digested it. So therefore, it's food in your stomach that's rotten. That's what's coming out of your pores and out of your mouth. that rotten smell of food that's stuck in your stomach that haven't been properly digested yet. Fuck out of here. Don't listen to the naysayers. Straight up. It's nothing fucking amazing or different, that I've done that someone else couldn't do. You got a budget. So all of these apps that you got, whether it's Disney Plus, Hulu, Cinemax, HBO, fucking ESPN, ESPN2, drop all of them shits. You don't need the Apple Watch with the iPhone connected to the knee bone connected to the you don't need the motherfucking Apple Watch that connects to the laptop connects to the Apple fucking desktop, Apple desktop connected to the, you don't need any of that shit. You don't need to throwback Jordans. You don't need to throwback jerseys. You don't need motherfucking go to Taco Wednesdays. You don't need to go out with your girls brawling every fucking Thursday. If you pull back on the shit that you spend your money on. You don't need to go out clubbing every fucking weekend. You don't need to have, nightcaps and drinks and wine with your girls as you paint. I don't know that shit y'all go to when you're painting shit and you drinking wine and shit. You don't need to do all of that shit. You need to take all of that money, consolidate. Budget, save. And I'm telling you, don't really have a plan. Now, I know what people are going to say. People are going to be like, man, this nigga has totally lost his fucking mind. But like I told you in the very beginning, if I'm not mistaken, I did say that. You have to think outside the box. You have to have faith and belief in yourself. So, you do have a plan, but a lot of times plans don't work out like how you want them to. And it gets to the point where you've planned so much where you've planned yourself out of achieving your goals. Because it's never perfect. You never have that certain amount of money that you want in order to leave. Well, you know what? For the next 3 years, I'm going to save and get up to $50,000 and I'm going to improve my credit and I'm a motherfucking, you don't need credit when you leave the country. These countries don't deal with credit. You don't need it. So you don't need to polish up and improve your credit. They don't judge you on a white man's score that he gives you. Only in America that happens. If you got the money right then and there, you can have whatever the fuck you need and want. You don't have to fill out an application anywhere. With the exception of if you're going to Puerto Rico, that's part of U.S. territory as well as the U.S. The United States Virgin Islands. Outside of that, if you go into any of these countries, fucking Central South America, Mexico, the Caribbean, Africa, and all that shit, you got the money, here, that's it. You don't need no credit score, no fucking Airbnb. That's real shit, man. You holding yourself back. Straight up. I did it for years, man. I had a plan. So, prime example, I had a plan. Like, okay, well, next 3 years or 4 years, I'm gonna save up $50,000. Then when because something always happens. A bill come up, car break down. You know what I'm saying? It's this meme that's on Instagram that I follow this dude, and he was like, after you get your taxes, you know what I'm saying, you good and everything. And then he walked in his garage, and the car, which was himself. He was acting like he was the car, and the car, and he was like, so he was the car, and he was coughing. So basically, he was saying that the car was breaking down. So every time you get some money, either your car break down or your baby mama, it's always something. So you got to prioritize, man, and you got to say, you know what, man, shit, I wanted $50,000 before I left. I got 20. I'm going to leave anyway. Straight up. Straight up. It's not a numbers game, man. It's a thinking man's game. Or woman. I'm telling you, I probably got just as much as you got in the bank. Real shit. Now, I'm not saying I ain't got, if you ain't got nothing in the bank, I do have some money in the bank. But you know what I mean. Like, what I've done ain't nothing. It ain't nothing spectacular, man. You could do it. You just got to have faith and belief in yourself, determination. discipline, know how to budget, and you can't listen to people. I know I'm gonna catch it in the comment section of this this video. Don't listen to him. He don't know what he's talking about. Blah, 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 blah. He's irresponsible. He's old as shit and he's doing this and that, so forth. You could call me whatever you want to call me, but guess what? One is this. I continue to tell you this shit. You look like a fool. For all you niggas that make 6 figures, for all you niggas that think that you smarter than me, got more money than me, and I'm stupid, why are you looking at me then? It doesn't make sense. Don't you, if you got money, if you a money maker, if you a man that are women of common sense, you should have more things to do with your life other than listening to and looking at what you call a bum. And the thing of it is I think I've said this in a video, and I think the last video, why are you not here? If you got all this money, you smarter than me, how is it that I figured out to be where I'm at and I'm comfortable, but you still where you at? So I learned not to listen to shit people say. Not a motherfucking thing. Because I'm living my fucking life. And you can say, oh, he living in the Airbnb, or he doing this, or he doing that, and this and that, so forth. Man, I'm healthy. My children are healthy. We live all together in peace and harmony. It's a beautiful thing. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm fucking running. I'm fucking hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing. I could go to the beach and see the sunrise and the sunset. I'm picking mangoes off of the tree. I'm living life. And not under anyone's rules but mine. Real talk. So, that's how I did it. And I'm going to continue to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and serve you all this plate. You know what I'm saying? Get a spoon, fork, you know what I'm saying? Napkin. Get ready to eat, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all sit and have a bite of what I'm cooking today. I hope that I helped you all out, man. And I hope that you all were really, really listening. Other than that, bon appetit, I think. Well, have a good dinner. About to serve you. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? This dinner right here, baby. Garbanzo beans chopped up. I call it goulash. And coyote curry squash with carrots and onions. There you go. There you go. There you have it. Dinner's on me for free. Get you a spoon, get to eat. Yeah, baby, that's how we do it. Oh, with black rice, my fault. And I'm out. You're welcome for the dinner.